How you feeling, Frankie?
I feel like I'm in a NASCAR race. Quick, change the tires. Do you want me to pop your coffee in here? The extent of my cooking, warming up Starbucks. I was born in 1954. I was a Navy brat moving all over the country. We lived in Honolulu, Florida, Silver Spring, Maryland, lots of different places. It was a time where people were very afraid of the atom bomb and the potential for, a war with the Soviet Union. My mother was a Navy nurse, and I loved reading her medical books. I found the photographs fascinating and reading the text fascinating. My father was a captain, was an expert in nuclear ordnance, which is nuclear weapons, and he eventually became an atomic energy commissioner.
You will know when it comes. We hope it never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this. There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen. If you were not ready, did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways.
As children, we were taught to, hide under our desk or go sit in a windowless corridor in case of a nuclear attack, though I doubt it would have been much help.
Yes, we must all get ready now, so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us.
When I was in college, I majored in sculpture. And then after I graduated, I went into arts administration and didn't really make art. In 1983, I had Hodgkin's disease, which is a cancer of the lymph nodes, and received a ton of radiation. Years later, when I got breast cancer, which was probably from that radiation, I was feeling very frustrated that I had not been making art. I took a class at the Corcoran with Joe Mills, and it it unleashed all of this imagery that I started making collages of. They're beautiful objects and then these horrible diseases collaged within the objects. The furniture parts a lot of them are from catalogs, and the medical imagery is from very old, 100-year-old medical textbooks. The first one was the dresser with the face. Later ones are sort of more subtle, where it's hard to tell. It's not a physical body part. It might be a patch of skin merged with the furniture, or the melanoma, or the flaky skin peeling in the chair. Rather than having a collage that's the actual two images pasted together, the process was to either use xerography or Photoshop and then printing them as merged images so they look sort of seamless. The patterns, to me, are beautiful together. And some of them, the paper has some sort of mold or mildew that's deteriorating that, and they are about deterioration, and the way the paper is disintegrating, it's almost golden and it's a beautiful pattern that works with the pattern of the frame, that works with the pattern on the skin. So many of the diseases that are in these pictures we never see anymore because a week of antibiotics would cure them, but these poor people suffered the rest of their lives with blisters and sores and childhood diseases like smallpox, measles. We think that smallpox has been eradicated, but unfortunately a few countries, like our countries, kept it in the refrigerator so it can be weaponized and used in war.
The various kinds of cells which make up the parts of the body differ in their vulnerability to radiation. Most sensitive are lymph cells. Next is bone marrow.
I think the medical imagery from my mother's textbooks and my father's job were both very scary things in my growing up. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, my father was digging out this bomb shelter, and I found a little book on how many rads of radiation make your skin fall off, or you'd have diarrhea, or for you to die. And when I was growing up, sometimes I thought that I should be a doctor, but then it seemed too terrifying at the same time. I wish my parents had bought us Dr. Seuss and things like that, but
96.5, 109, 129.5.
Yes. Initial position.
gamma knife refers to this high energy radiation to kill the cancer. It's a knife that's not really a knife because it's just the radiation, so they don't have to cut your head open. I guess Photoshop is kind of like the gamma knife. So we're still in the cut, mutilated phase of trying to cure cancer. Hopefully there will be better ways in the future.
Lefty Lucy. It's very high tech.
All right, now, plan is to, before I leave, to have 12 stacks of 32.
Right.
And then,
the auto pen.
how's that pencil holding out? You need it, like, sharpened again or something?
No, I'm not anal compulsive, as you know. You can sign some of them. Yeah. I love that. Do you know you can use any name you want? Yes. You don't have to change it. Oh. As long as you're not meaning to deceive anyone, it's fine.
So what are you signing these days?
Bob Orr. Man seems to attack the diseases and find cures for diseases that are physically very ugly. Cancer is something that's hidden and we don't see. It's sort of like another world. A world you wouldn't want to be in, but unfortunately we're in it.
There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered, ducked and covered. He did what we all must learn to
sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing.